Hello guys, so today we are going to draw Miles Morales as Spider-Man from Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. So here I'm going to get started by penciling in the rough shape of his head and shoulders. Gives me a good idea of where to start laying down the marker lines. So here, starting at the top, we'll do the left side of his head first. Just a curve out to the side and then going in to the chin and level off. So let's go back to the top and do the right side, coming down to the corner of the jaw. Come down and meet at the bottom. Just like that. Doesn't have to be exact, so let's look at doing the eyes. Curve down to the middle there, and then do the other side. Just a nice big curve, almost to the top there. And then let's do the bottom part of the eye. Do a straight line for the bottom parts first, and then we're going to connect the bottom to the top with a nice long curve. We'll try to make it more or less symmetric here. And these are gonna be blackened out, so if it's not exactly the way you want it, it's okay, because we can make those things, we can adjust that a little bit as we blacken it. Try to make the thickness even, like what I'm doing here. Right here. Alright, just kind of making it thicker there, and then I'll make this part here thicker. And on the other side. Okay. And let's thicken up the outside a bit. Alright. Alright, now let's work on the inside. Draw his eyes that are inside the holes. So the upper part and then the lower part, just an oblong oval, somewhat tilted. And then we'll do his left eye. Same thing. Alright. Now we'll draw the nostrils here, holes for his nostril, for his breathing. And let's get back to the eyes. We'll draw a circle inside. And the upper part is somewhat hidden. Okay, we'll do the other side. And again, the upper part of the eye, upper left, is hidden. Just like that. And we'll have him looking down over to the left, so put the small circles on the lower left. And we'll give it a little bit of a sparkle there on the upper left on either side. Okay, next we'll draw the opening of his costume, the neck opening. And we'll just blacken that up. I'm using a Sharpie marker here. Gives it a pretty bold look. Alright, draw the left shoulder. And then over to the right. Actually, this is his left shoulder. Okay, and then continue his arms. Angle it down a bit. And do the same on the right side there. Okay. Let's see. Let's draw a couple lines here to show the wrinkles. This is I think this was his first costume in the movie that he just bought off the store, so it doesn't really fit, so it's a little saggy and everything. So draw a couple wrinkle lines right there. And then the red part, the edge of the red part of his costume is right here. So let's draw a line going down and match it up on the other side. Just heading down. So his whole body and head is basically tilted a bit to the right. And we'll draw his arm right here. Okay, and then let's draw the other side here. Left side of his body right there. And then step off a little bit away from the edge and draw the inside of his arm. Well, let's see, extend that line a bit and put another wrinkle line right there. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna refine this a little bit here. We'll continue the edge of the red part out, and then like right here, start veering away from that line and follow down the arm. That part is also red. Okay, now let's draw the spider on his chest. So draw black and oval first. Okay. And at the lower part of the body, and then start drawing 4 arms. So the upper 2 first, 2 on the other side, and then the distal part of the arms are gonna angle off upward, and then we'll draw a couple more going out, 2 on either side, and then angle the rest of the legs downward this time for the lower 2 legs, just like that. All right. All right, now let's switch over to our finer point, extra fine point, Sharpie. Oh, actually, I've got this other thin marker, thin black pen. So we'll draw the spider webbing on his costume. So I'm drawing these scallop lines first. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and connect those with the lines that kind of extend outward. So they'll kind of curve off a little bit, almost following the outer line of the eye, and then the ones outside here. All right, so from that part we're going to draw it down, crossing pretty much the nostrils, and continue them down to the chin, and curve it a little bit there to show some three-dimensional shape as it wraps around the jaw. Same thing with over here, come out and then end at the line here, curve a little bit at the end. Alright, good. Try to match them up a bit symmetrically if you can. And let's continue the radial lines out. And one last one. Remember, they're aiming towards that center section where the spider web starts. And then we'll continue drawing some connective spider lines here, and it'll basically mimic the shape of the head, and so you'll angle them more and more. Alright, maybe extend this line out here. I believe his costume goes out a bit like that with his eye. Alright, next. Draw just a little indication of another crossing web, and then let's do the lower part of his face here. Middle first, and then off to the side. Alright, go down a bit. Draw another connecting line right here, and then off to the side. Here we're following the direction of the jaw. And let's do one more here. And go upward now. Following that jaw right here. And do the same on the other side. And we'll just continue doing these thin lines going up the face. This one's going to be hidden in the eye there. Okay, continue that. And one more here, and one more there. And that should pretty much do the face. So now we can probably start the body here. So we're going to go down the middle first, with essentially a straight line crossing the spider body. Okay, more lines here, and these don't have to be exact. Alright, start the left side. Try to keep them more or less evenly spaced if you can, but doesn't have to be perfect, so not a big deal. And then we'll start drawing the interconnecting web lines. Maybe we'll do the two columns in the middle here first, and then stretch it out to the third and all the way out. And there's no particular order that you have to do these. Generally it's best to always do the long lines first, then do the connecting ones. Notice how I curved the connecting web lines out opposite direction from the first set here, because the body is turning away from us as it goes to the back. And continue with them down the front here. And another one. And I think we'll try to avoid going into the spider. Well, you know what, let's just go all the way in. Alright, just keep working on doing these. And that should pretty much be it for this drawing. Work on a couple more things here. This drawing will really pop once I start coloring it. But it actually looks okay, just as a simple black and white drawing. And I like how there's thick lines for the main shapes and the outline, along with the fine lines for the webbing. So let's refine things a little bit here. Make the outer part of the eye opening a little thicker to give it some thickness. And that should be pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.